Hey guys, it is Monday morning, 10:30 a.m. my time. Don't know when you're listening to this, but it is time for your Monday Mojo video. So every Monday I love to hop on and just do something, share something with you that's a little motivational to get you going and keep you moving in the right direction when it comes to your health, your wellness, whether that's emotionally, spiritually, or physically. So today what I want to talk with you guys about is 5 healthy hacks to help save you time, money, and even help you actually reach your goals. And that is something for most of us. It kind of gets a little boring, or we get tired of having to do the same thing over and over again when it comes to getting to our goals. So I'm always kind of just wanting to remind you guys, like, let's figure out where we can spend a little time, a little energy, and get focused so that we can have an amazing week. So usually when I teach on Mondays with Monday Mojo, you're going to find that my daily health tips line up with what I've just taught. But some of you guys watch the videos, some of you guys listen to the podcast, and some of you guys read the tips, and maybe some of you don't do anything. I don't know. I'm hoping you're getting something out of it. So happy Monday, guys. Looks like the week is going to be beautiful here overall. And so if you don't know who I am, if you've shared this video or you're watching a shared video, I should say, my name is Angie. I'm Angie Rose with Angie Rose Health Coaching here in good old Grand Island, Nebraska. And I have been a health coach for over 10 years and love sharing tips and just motivation. So I hope today this motivates you to move forward in the right direction. So what are we going to talk about? What are 5 hacks that actually help you save time, money, and even reach your goals, especially when it comes to one of the chores we have to do every single week? I know all of us have chores that we dislike, and I will tell you this one is probably one of the biggest ones for me, which is grocery shopping. Now, I used to love grocery shopping earlier in my days, but now I have to be honest with you, like when the weekend comes, the last place I want to be is spending an hour or an hour and a half in Walmart or Hy-Vee, whatever grocery store. So non-disclaimer, because I shop at Walmart and Hy-Vee. So, but what I want you guys to think about is for a lot of my clients that are coming in or people that I talk to, when they've had a really hard week, I'm like, well, what happened this week? And they'll say to me, I didn't get to the grocery store. Believe it or not, that is definitely something that happens. Something comes up, you get caught up doing other stuff or a life emergency or whatever. And what does end up happening is we don't get to the store. So what I want to kind of share with you are some things, number one, that are going to help you make your trip to the store faster, or also make it better, because our goal here is, I don't know about you, but we all hear constantly how expensive it is to eat healthy. And I will say to you, in some avenues it is, depending upon what you're purchasing. But what I will also say to you guys is that honestly, when it comes to planning, prepping, and just being prepared when you go into the grocery store, it's definitely going to save you money. And I will say time, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm a girl on a mission. So when I step foot in that grocery store, I am not there to meander through the aisles and look at everything. I honestly have a list, and my goal is to get through that store as fast as possible. And I know this sounds horrible, but talk to the least amount of people as I can and get that done. Not because I don't love people, but I know too many people, and I always have somebody that I could talk to. So not that I avoid them, but you know, I'm not that girl who will turn down the other aisle so I don't have to talk to people, but you know. So guys, what I want you to kind of think about is, if grocery shopping really is a chore for you, and this is something that you struggle with, I want you to know, guys, like, you're not the only one, right? Like, we all have busy lives. We all work a lot. We all have things going on. And I have to tell you, I have a husband who loves to go to the grocery store. Loves it. So one of the things that I actually talked to him about quite a while ago was actually before COVID even hit. I started doing online grocery shopping. This was before it even became big and Walmart started offering it. And realistically, like, I am not going to lie to you, like, my husband was literally upset. He was upset that I wanted to grocery shop online. And I tried to explain to him, like, it's time. It's all about time and it's about money because my husband likes to meander up and down the aisles and he likes to find things that, oh, that looks good. Oh, that sounds good. And most of the time it's not healthy food. So I was kind of, killing two birds with one stone there. I was saving money and I was saving time. Over time, he got used to the idea. Hey, good morning, Tammy. And yes, Therese, he was upset. It was funny. He was upset because he likes to go to the grocery store. He doesn't really hang out with a lot of people or do a lot of things. So it was kind of his weekly outing, right? Like, I see people all day long, all week long. So it was like, I don't want to see people. I just want to be left alone. So that's just the truth. I want to be real with you guys. But, the reality of it is we started online shopping before COVID. And what I began to find, guys, was that honestly, I started saving money because we were not picking up crap in the aisles and getting snacks. And I like to shop for clothes. If I'm in there, I'm going to look for sales or, whatever. And so I found that we started whittling down our grocery cost by actually online shopping. So about 2 months ago, Walmart started offering grocery delivery. Okay. And I honestly was like, we should do that. And my husband's like, we're not paying for that. Well, somehow, like a month ago, I don't even know what he did, but he signed up for a free trial of the grocery delivery and didn't realize he did it. And I'm like, we're having our groceries delivered, right? Like, we're going to have our groceries delivered. So for 2 weeks in a row, we had our groceries delivered. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And so it was so funny because once a month or once every few weeks, we have to go to the store. We have to go to Walmart because we get water jugs filled. But honestly, we needed water and he's like, just have them deliver it. I was like, they can't do that. So I just got to tell you guys how awesome it is that these are a couple little tips and tricks that, you know what, I'm honestly going to tell you, I spent money for delivery on groceries. You pay like a one-time fee. And again, I have to tell you, again, we save money. Well, I'm not spending gas. I'm not making a short trip into the grocery store. So those are a couple tips that are extra. But I want to hop on because I don't want to take too long of your guys' day because I know you guys are busy. So, what are the top 5 grocery shopping tips that we can actually use that are going to save us money, save us time, and actually help us get toward our goals? The number one is to actually make a list and go through your cupboards and go through your fridge and even your deep freeze. I want you guys to think about this because most of us, if we've got that deep freeze in the basement, we have plenty of food there. We're just too lazy. I'm just calling it. We're just too lazy a lot of times to get down there and go through it and see what we've got. And you're constantly buying doubles, triples, and probably even quadruples of what you don't need because you already have it. That is going to save you money. Secondly, with going through your cabinets in your refrigerator, if you've got stuff that needs to be used up, you put that in the first of your meal plan and you use it immediately. So that way we're not throwing it in the trash. Because how much stuff are you guys throwing in the trash pretty regularly because it either rots, if it gets freezer burn, or you just forgot it was in the back of the fridge because you kept shoving more stuff in. Okay, so I want you guys thinking about that. Second tip would be to use a smaller cart. Now, I don't know about you, but you only have so much room in a cart. Some of you guys like go into the grocery store and grab like the little basket. I'm already like, probably not going to work for me. I'm going to have to need a little bit more. But the truth is, you know what? You don't have to fill the whole cart. The bigger the cart, kind of like the plate theory, like the bigger the plate, the more you're going to fill it, kind of does happen with the cart as well. So smaller cart. Third thing I want to ask you is, what did you actually throw away the most of last week? If you went through your fridge and you had to throw things away, my guess is it was probably fruits and vegetables. And it's that bag lettuce, that, spinach, the fruits like berries and things that all rot really, really quick, that you'd have great intentions of eating, but you don't actually follow through. And then you get frustrated and you're like, I'm never buying that stuff again because I know I'm going to end up throwing it in the trash. Well, the truth is you just got to change your mindset a bit. You got to do the grocery list, guys. You got to do the grocery list. You got to do the meal plan so you kind of know what you're going to be eating. But also one of the tips that I give my clients is buy a mixture between fresh, frozen, and even canned. Canned, there's special things I want you thinking about there. Canned fruit can only be in like fruit juice, no syrup and things like that. If you buy your vegetables in canned, do them low sodium. But you know what? Most of my fruits and vegetables are fresh and frozen. And so the beginning of the week, I'm eating all fresh. And then the end of the week, I'm actually eating more of the frozen vegetables, things like that, so things don't rot. So there's your third tip. Fourth tip. Now, this is true. I did have to go get water this weekend, okay? So we picked up our groceries that I pre-ordered online. But the fourth tip is avoid the end caps in the grocery store. Now, I've heard this before, and I kind of knew this, but I thought, while I'm standing there filling up my water, I started looking around at the end caps of the grocery store. I could not believe all the junk, the quick fix, and the temptations that are at eye level and on the end cap. What is the issue with this? Most of us, as we're walking through the aisles and we get to the end and we turn, what ends up happening? I see that thing and I go, oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. And we grab it and we have to hurry up and just throw it in the cart because usually somebody else is coming and there's no second thought about it. So I want you guys to be very aware. Where are you purchasing most of your bulk of your food in the grocery store? If you avoid the end caps. Now, if you get an end cap that has a fruit or vegetable on it, you better take a picture of it and send it to this coach, okay? Because I see nothing like that when I was in the grocery store yesterday, okay? In that rare trip. So avoid end caps. And number 5, if you can do this, I highly recommend you pay with cash only. You don't use a credit card. You don't use your debit card, but you pay with cash. If money spending is a struggle for you in the grocery store, if you go in with, let's say, $100 a week and you have cash only, what is that going to do for you? It's going to help you to avoid temptation because you don't have the money to throw those splurges in the cart. Number 2, it's going to make you stick to the list. Hopefully you did the list. And number 3, it actually sets a limit for you. So these are just some really, really good, easy tips. They're easier said than done, but I'll tell you, I live by all of these. I honestly really do practice this stuff. Well, I will say, I'll come back and say, I don't pay with cash. I do use my debit card, but I'm buying everything online and I'm got a list, literally even have a list at home. I make a list before I get online to shop for my groceries. And when I shop for groceries, I'm not seeing splurges because I'm typing in the specific things that I need. So I want you guys to really think this through, that you can really be motivated about grocery shopping if you have a plan, if you have a list, and if you actually follow through. So I hope this motivates you. I know for me, I'm even rethinking. I usually grocery shop on the weekends, but I'm be honest, like summer's coming. And I don't know about you, but I want to be at the lake. I want to be out doing stuff. I want to be able to spend that coveted time that I don't have very much of doing the things that I love. So think this through. And if anything, go back and rewatch this after I post it, or follow my page and read my tips every day and write these things down and start implementing them and see if that doesn't give you a little mojo. I don't know about you, but saving money always does that for me because I get to spend it somewhere else. So, all right, guys. Thanks for the love today, all of you guys. Tammy, it was nice to see you on here today. So you guys have a beautiful, beautiful week, and we will talk again next Monday. Have a great day. Bye.